everyone, and welcome to today's episode of M&A Empowerment. Today's guest is Ashley Rice. She is an HR integration leader at Cisco. Welcome, Ashley, and if you'd like to take a second to introduce yourself and Cisco.
Thanks. Happy to be here. I, I'm Ashley Rice, and I've had the pleasure of working in the M&A space with Cisco for about the past 9 years. Started my career in learning and development and did some HR business partner roles and found myself in this lucky role that's hugely cross-functional across Cisco.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit more about your role in the HR integration process in the context of M&A?
Sure. You introduced me as integration lead. I own all of the HR functional, what we call functional requirements for acquiring organizations into Cisco. We usually do have what we call a full integration model, which is where, with the exception of a few cases, we integrate fully into Cisco when we acquire a company. So we look at everything from the first instance with an employee and how we announce the acquisition all the way through getting them onboarded to Cisco terms and conditions, and then helping them orient to their new world within Cisco and engaging them longer term, oftentimes for 6 months to a year after close of the deal.
Wow. Awesome. So it's definitely not a short process.
No, we are invested in those we acquired. We do have a large amount. I think it's 1 in 10 employees at Cisco who come in through acquisition. So we really value the talent. A lot of our deals are tech and talent deals. So the talent are key, important resources that come in through acquisition. Take good care of them.
Excellent. That makes sense. And also, if you could describe a recent professional success.
Sure. I think the whole space of M&A has been an exciting ride. We always say no deal is the same. In terms of just for me in my career, having led, I thought about that the other day. Over 40 deals and 3 divestitures in this space, that's a lot, even within the course of 9 years. Being able to be part of an organization that has really done over 245-ish of these as well. Splunk, by the way, being number 243, in case you were curious. Opportunities to get to work directly with the chief people officer of our company, because a lot of these, like I said, really affect our talent portfolio, our workforce capabilities, all of those things. And then I get the pleasure of working and have developed my own practice as a leader through a team of, I have about 10 that report to me, but a much broader ecosystem in the M&A space to get some amazing work done through people. So in the last 9 years, it's been an incredible journey learning new people. I've turned over my own team to allow people to do something other than M&A because it can be exhausting. It's very hard work in this space, but also very rewarding. So I would say recent success is all in any of that.
Yeah, that's extensive and extremely impressive. So lastly, I guess, what advice would you give to women that might be looking to get into a role similar to yours, or just generally for women in the M&A space?
That is an interesting question because I think I live in two worlds in this role, right? One is in the deal making space, obviously bringing in inorganic, either technology or capabilities to Cisco. And then also in the HR space, which if you think about them, they sometimes are not always well in balance skill sets to have, or you don't have that often in the same person. So I would, think on the deal making side, what makes folks successful in those roles tend to be those that really enjoy the passion around negotiating, working with executives at key points of their careers and making big decisions for their companies, their blood, sweat, and tears that they've put together. And then on the HR side of the house, it's really thinking of, and I've been in those shoes, right? Because I was acquired as part of Cisco, a part of the WebEx acquisition, thinking about what that experience is to be acquired, not only from the leader's perspective, but even some of those middle leaders who are our biggest change agents, all the way down to the employee who's thinking, do I have a job? How do my benefits change? How do I care for my family? And what does my career look like going forward? So I think that there is all of that. The other thing I would just add is, as a woman or looking at DEI too, I think we do tend to see opportunity just in M&A to really take a hard look at our pipeline, right? So where and who we acquire either makes those things for us as a company, as Cisco, better or not, right? So how is it that we're looking upstream in our investments, in our partnerships, and in where we go after companies to acquire to improve those prospects longer term?
Right. Yeah, it's such a multifaceted kind of approach there with
Yeah,
everything. Excellent.
it
Well,
really
thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ashley. It's been great to have you. Appreciate all of your insights and to learn about your role as the HR integration leader at Cisco. Thanks again.
Thank you.